Solve equations by trial and improvement. Pause the video and have a go at examples 7 and 8. Example 7, we have to use trial and improvement method to find a solution of x squared minus 2x equals 12 to one decimal place. Now, what you don't do is just sit in the calculator and try and get a really accurate answer. You've got to sort of jump through the hoops of an examination and follow a procedure that involves a table. So to begin with, you need to choose a value for x. Now, quite often in the question, it's given to you the starting off value where you should begin. If it's not, like in this case, you might just want to think to yourself, what squared number minus 2 times the same its number would give you 12? Okay, you don't want to be there all day. Let's try 4. Okay, so the left hand side is what you're trying. The middle then would be your method, and then what actually the answer is. So 4 squared is 16. Take away 2 4s, which are 8. 16, take away 8, gives you 8. So the right hand side then is the comment. This here expression, the x squared minus 2x, should be equal to 12. It's only equal to 8 when x is 4, so that's too small. So that is your comment. Your comment is that it's too small and I'd want to choose a larger value. So I would choose 5. Do not try to go into decimal straight away. Make sure to get it between 2 whole numbers to begin with. So I want to ensure that it's bigger than 4 but less than 5. And if 5 is too small, I want to make sure it's bigger than 5 but less than 6. Get it between 2 whole numbers first of all. If we choose 5, that's 5 squared minus 2 5s. 25 minus 10, which is 15. And look, that's over 12, so that's too big. So now I know what's between 4 and 5. What I should do now is take the middle of those two. Don't try and be too clever. Let's narrow it down between 4 and 5. So 4.5. You don't have to write your method in each time. You can put it in the calculator as long as you shoot it the first time and you know what you're doing. Just put in 4.5 squared minus 2 times 4.5 and we get 11.25, which is too small. Just like trying to write on the screen, it's too small. Okay, so just to give you a bit of a picture of what's going on here. By choosing 4, I knew the answer was bigger than that. Then I chose 5. I know it's smaller than that, so somewhere between 4 and 5. I then chose 4.5. It was too small, so I knew it's not in here. The answer is somewhere in here. So now I'm going to look at numbers in between 4.5 and 5. So I'll choose 4.7, make a bit of a jump, might be helpful. So 4.7 squared minus 2 times 4.7 gives 12.69. So I've jumped too high because that is too big. Okay, so 4.7, which would be about here, it's too big. So I can get rid of anything. It's not going to be above 4.7. It's between 4.5 and 4.7. I want it to get it between 2 numbers to one decimal place. So the obvious one to choose now is 4.6. So 4.6 squared minus 2 times 4.6 is 11.96, which is too small. I'm looking for 12. So if I get 4.6, it's bigger than 4.6, so I now know my answer is somewhere between 4.6 and 4.7. Is the answer 4.6 or 4.7? You cannot make that decision just by looking at what you've done previously. You might be clever and think that you can do that, but the function you're working with could be quite complicated. So you don't just look and see which answer was better. What you must do now, and to get the method mark, is take the midpoint between 4.6 and 4.7. So you need to try 4.65 before we make any decision. Okay, can't emphasize, you need to do this to get the mark, to get the final 2 marks. So if we choose the midpoint, 4.65, that gives you 12.3225. Now that number is too big. So if we look at where our answer is, it's between 4.6 and 4.7, but 4.65 is too big, so everywhere here is too big. So the answer is somewhere in here. That's our answer. If you think about the numbers that exist between 4.6 and 4.65, think of an example in your head. Whatever number is in there, if you round it to 1 decimal place, it's not going to jump up to 4.7 because it's below halfway. To 1 decimal place, any number in here is going to round down to 4.6. So the answer, okay, the answer is somewhere in here, but to 1 decimal place, the answer would be 4.6. So your final answer to 1 dp, which is what they've asked for, is 4.6. Okay, let's try that again for this one. We need 3 pieces to the puzzle. What we choose x to be, what we work out the left hand side to be, and then we comment on that. So just in my head, if I can tell you why am I choosing the value I'm choosing. I'm looking at 2 first of all, and I think 2 cubed is 8. 8's far too small. If I take away something, I'm not going to get to 11, so I'll go to the next number, 3. 3 cubed is 27. Take away 2 3's, which is 21. So I actually need both of those guesses, but this was a better guess to start off with. There is no real good guess here. When you put x as 2, that gets you 8 take away 4, which is 4. So too small. If we choose x as 3, that's 27 minus 6, which is 21. That's too big. So it's somewhere between that. So don't try and be clever, just go for the middle. So 2.5. You really need to rely on your calculator now at this stage. 2.5 cubed minus 2 times 2.5 gives 10.625. So getting close, but it's too small. I wouldn't want to go too much higher. I'm going to go to 2.6. 2.6 cubed minus 2 times 2.6 is 12.376. And that's jumped over the 11, so it's too big. Okay, so if I do a demonstration like the last time, I tried the number 2. It was too small, so it's going to be a number bigger. I tried 3, and it's too big, so it's somewhere between 2 and 3. I tried 2.5. It was too small, so it's not going to be anything below 2.5. I tried 2.6. It was too big, so it's not going to be anything above 2.6. So the answer is between 2.5 and 2.6. Hopefully you can remember from the last example. The next thing we need to do is to look at the number right in between, the midpoint. The midpoint between 2.5 and 2.6 is 2.55. So look at 2.55. Put it in your calculator. 2.55 cubed minus 2 times 2.55, and we get 11.48. It goes on quite a while, but we don't need all of that. We were looking for 11, so it's too big. So actually very similar to the last example. 2.55 is too big, so we get rid of anything there, and our answer is going to be in here somewhere. It's between 2.5 and 2.55. Anything in there, if you round it to 1 decimal place, which is, we want the answer to 1 decimal place, the answer is in here. Any number in here would round to 2.5 to 1 decimal place. So your answer is 2.5. If you did the answer is 2.5 at this stage, you would maybe get 2 out of 4. If you need to get this for your third mark and then your fourth mark. Okay? You get 1 mark to get it between two whole numbers, 1 mark to get it between 2 numbers to 1 decimal place, 1 mark for your midpoint, and then 1 mark for your answer. That's a textbook sort of mark scheme for you for that sort of question.